So I finally decided to get my hands on some game dev stuff, and this is my progress for the past few months. So let's see how I did. So I know my past few videos were all about pixel art, but really, my main motive was to try game development and make games myself. I'm still not good at pixel art, but that's fine. Graphics are important, I know, but a bunch of aesthetic pictures without interesting and polished game mechanics is not worth playing in my opinion. So I think it's best to start learning game dev as soon as possible. The first decision I had to make as a game developer was choosing a game engine. A game engine is basically the software used for making the game itself. Some have their own custom programming languages and scripts, and some actually don't require you to code in order for you to build fully featured games. So, choosing the one that suits you the most is very important. Majority of the game dev YouTubers I watch use Unity. Unity is a household name, you see it everywhere, and even most of the games we play were made in Unity. And for the right reason. Unity has a lot of features since it's so popular, there are a lot of guides on the internet. However, the professional version of Unity has a monthly fee, and I think starting out, it's best to start with the cheapskate route. The Unreal Engine kinda falls on the same category as Unity. It is free to use, but Unreal Engine comes with royalty fees when you decide to eventually monetize your game. So yeah, I think it's best to start with the cheapskate route. If you're planning to make games but you're not really comfortable in coding or wanting to learn how to code, Game Maker Studio is perfect with its drag and drop style of development. However, in my case, I at least would want to make the most use out of my knowledge in programming. So after searching for multiple engines, I found the perfect one, the Godot engine. Godot is completely free and is open source, and this means that the engine is constantly being worked on by a lot of people to bring more features into the engine. But still, the engine is already packed with multiple features thanks to the hard work of the contributors, and yeah, after some fidgeting with the engine, the UI looks nice and the node architecture is friendly and intuitive. Now I'm ready to start learning this engine. So once again, I consulted YouTube and would mainly like to thank the Guide of Heartbeast. His Godot action RPG series helped me understand or at least somewhat grasp the basics of Godot. I also checked out Plugworld's tutorial on a Godot wave shooter. I followed the guide to the key and made my own version of the game. It's a scuffed version, but it's fine. Wherein the player throws water balloons at people, basically a water balloon fight. For the enemies, I just used the old player avatar and changed his color. And for the water balloons, well, I got too lazy to make a water balloon sprite, but I had these water cylinder looking thingies lying around, so I slapped them on there and voila. Okay, these two objects might be a little different, but that's fine. You know when you search Google some random things like coffee trees near me? And coffee machine ads start popping up on your feed? The same thing happened to me. Game dev tutorial ads start popping on my newsfeed, and for once I actually click on one of these sponsored ads and bought a course. Yeah, so you win this time, Mark. So I bought the course, and for a pretty sweet deal actually. And it turns out this was the best decision I ever made. I learned a lot of basic concepts and some questions I had were answered. So the course started out with me creating some sort of text-based game. So after the class, I was able to make this game. Amazing, 10 out of 10, game of the year. Next section was about making a 2D platformer game, and this is where it starts getting interesting. Basically, I learned how to make a controllable 2D character that is able to walk and jump. I also learned how to design maps using a set of textures. I also learned how to make enemy interactable objects, making a reactive player UI, projectiles, have a way to end and win a game, music. And yeah, I think the best way to really learn something and is the next best step for me is to start doing a new project. No matter how unready I am, I'll just dive straight in. I'll learn while tackling roadblocks and challenges, so I think With that, I'm announcing my first ever devlog. I'll be making a game from start to finish, from draft ideas to hopefully publishing it on itch.io. I decided to make a devlog for two reasons. First reason is in order for me to document my journey and hopefully help others who will be tackling the same problems. Second is, of course, I want my game to be out there even before release. So after finishing it, I would at least want for other people to play my game, no matter how small the community will be. I would really appreciate it. And as for the game that I would make, you just have to see on my next video. So as always, thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.